What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster in Chief. And tonight in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with a Grixis combo control deck. We've already seen a few versions of this, even on the channel, believe it or not, ever since the Invoke cycle came out during Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Basically, you're trying to double, sometimes even triple your Invoke Despairs by copying it with Galvanic Iteration. But there's a couple of new cards that give the deck a much more, let's say, expansive and late game potential. So, without further ado, let's jump into tonight's brew. Grixis Serpent. If you haven't guessed already, it's because we're playing with the Serpent guy here, the Bladecoil. One of the few new cards in the set, which, like I said, gives this deck this sort of new top end, because previously, the most expensive card in this deck would just be Invoke Despair. And like I said, we're going to try and copy this card as many times as possible with Galvanic Iteration for the win. So, of course, you could do these like, you would basically need 7 mana. So you could do something on turn 5, usually cast Invoke Despair. And then later on in the game, once you've cast the big score or 2, you get to 7 mana, you could do Galvanic into double Invoke Despair. And that's used to be as big of a play as the deck can make. Now, once we get to like 10 mana, 12 mana, we can start doing more things with Bladecoil Serpent, which is one of 2 cards like this from the new set. I wish there was more. I kind of really like this design space. The other guy is called the Clay Champion, where it's X and something, which is colorless, but then depending on what color of mana you spent that colorless on and that X on, then you get different things that happen. In the Bladecoil Serpent's case, if it's for each 2 blue spent to cast it, you draw a card. For each 2 black spent to cast it, each opponent discards a card. And for each 2 red spent to cast it, it gets +1/+0, trample, and haste until end of turn. So it's very situational, depending on the board state. You can have these moments when the opponent's hand is very full, yours is very empty. Top deck one of these, you dump everything into blue and black. Draw yourself 3 new cards. The opponent discards 3 cards or something. Or, all you need is that last bit of damage to get through. The opponent's tapped out. You top deck one of these, just put everything on red. Comes into play as a 8 powered creature with haste, swinging for the kill. Very, very situational, and I've been really enjoying it. And like I said, I don't know if I didn't mention it yet, but you do need to cast this in multiples of 2. So you can either do 6 mana, 8 mana, 10 mana, 12 mana, so on and so forth. You would never want to do this for X is 1, which would then be 7 total, because then there's never going to be a second other combination of either blue, red, or black for you to get additional value out of the enter the battlefield trigger. Whereas if you had to do it for X is 2, then it's 8 mana, then you can pick another 2 different colors, I hope that makes sense. Then we've got a sneaky one of Arcane Bombardment, which also adds this, new potential like super late game option to the deck, where you've already cast your Invoke Despairs and Galvanic Iterations and multiple times, big scores, whatever, and the opponent's not quite dead yet. Top deck an Arcane Bombardment in that late game situation. Play it, cast a cut down, or play it and counter a spell. Play it and abrade something, whatever. Straight away triggers it. Maybe you start hitting Invoke Despairs for free and big scores for free and things for your bombardment, which is just amazing. As you guys know, this card's been around for a little while. Really fun. The rest of the deck is just control elements, trying to ensure that we can get to this. So we've got early game removal in the cut down. We've got some counter spells, some more removal, way of doubling all of our removal spells, and we've all seen what Galvanic can do. You know, it can double up your big scores, double up a Maestro's Charm. This can be a win con in and of itself. You pick the second mode, each opponent loses 3 life, you gain 3 life. You can like double Galvanic into that. It becomes like gain 9, opponent loses 9. That can win the game. It's also really good for getting rid of Shield Red with the 5 damage. I rarely use the first mode in this particular build with this Maestro's Charm. There were initially 3 of these in the deck and ended up going down to 2 of, because that first mode is so bad. You don't really want to be doing that here. There's not too many things you want in your graveyard. You know, there are some situations where you've got Arcane Bombardment, fine. But most of the time you want to be picking mode 2 and 3 with this deck. Then we've got 3 Brotherhood's End for some early game sweeper action. We've got 2 Burn Down the Houses for the slightly later sweeper action. 1 Invoke Calamity, which I love. There's been these situations in the late game where I've top decked an Invoke Calamity and I've already previously cast some Invoke Despairs and things. My graveyard is nice and empty. You go, you know, Galvanic Iteration into Invoke Calamity during the opponent's turn and cast 2 Invoke Despairs from your graveyard during your opponent's turn. Really, really nice. So plenty of crazy play lines and shenanigans that are possible with this deck. And one that I've enjoyed playing ever since the Invoke cycle came out. And now with this new top end here, let's see if we can get some spectacular late game victories. As far as the mana base goes, just a little bit all over the place. 1 of each of my beautiful Godzilla lands, 1 of each of the legendary lands from Kamigawa, a bunch of different duels, and a full playset of the Triome in this colors, and then 2 Demolition Fields. Because I was running into a lot of you know, these mono red decks that are playing Mishra's Foundry and things. I've been finding it necessary to run a couple of these in my decks of late. Grixis Serpent. Let's jump into some games. By the way, sorry about yesterday. Just had some client issues. I'm sure you guys all know. It was a good, I don't know how many hours. But I kept waiting and waiting for the service to come back up. And eventually I just get way too late. I ended up falling asleep. Sure. Insane Banana. Now, depending on what color he plays, and if we get like a cut down or something off the top, then I may just play the second Xander's Lounge. Okay. The entire top end of our library in the top 10 cards of your library isn't very nice, but at least we managed to catch his Warfare. This drives me insane, this kind of stuff. It's like, whatever. Land. Okay, let's hang on to that. See, here's the Mishra's Foundries. I can't believe we're like sitting on 5 and 6 mana spells and no lands against mono red, and they've got 5 lands. Like game 1. It's the kind of stuff that drives you insane. This is a clear example of when the shuffler just wants you to lose the game. There's only 3 Bladecoil Serpents in the whole deck. They're all 3 in the top 10 cards of your library. Watch, we're gonna top deck like another Invoke Despair now, and I'll just concede. Woohoo! Let's get another black source. Oh, God. And that's gonna be the game. It's ridiculous. 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 Like, just... that is pure shuffler nonsense right there. It's a 6-drop. Oh, a 6-drop. Oh, another 6-drop. Oh, wait, a 5-drop. We're gonna draw 2 cards into a 5-drop and a whatever. Whatever. oh, badass. Again, 2 Xander's Lounges in the opening hand. Against mono red again. Oh wow. Naya. It's 26 lands in the deck, by the way. Domain? With that many basics in the opening hand? Okay, as long as the lands keep coming. Groovy. Stuff it. He's got no blue. Okay. Mana. Hasn't shown me anything. 1, 2, 5, 6. Maybe I should have discarded 1 Galvanic, but sort of gives away my plan a little bit. Okay. That I was not expecting. Like, at all. Okay. It really wasn't. That's the last thing I was expecting with that mana base. That I was kind of expecting, and I'm really happy about. I think I want to go with a bit more black than that. Black. Let's go red, red, red. Discard 2. Who depopulates? What? Okay. Nice. Third Archangel of Wrath. No, not the flood. Not the great flood. Okay, he's got some Kami's Wars, I want to say. Okay. Yep, thank you. Okay, let's see if we have the mana to go 3 plus 5 is 8. 9. But we need 4 black, and so 1, 2, 3, 4 black, and then we need another red and blue. Yeah, we've got. Oh, I think we just got him. Can play this massive Archangel, and then we just double Invoke Despair. I think we just win then. Or maybe he goes for the big big old herd migration. Nice. One, two, three, four. Yeah, we can still. Okay, that really seals it. GG's. Triple invoke, baby. Bye-bye. Oh, nice. Very, very nice. See, sometimes you do use that third mode on the charm. Sometimes. If you really need, you know that the next cards you'll find are going to be the ones that win you the game. Still haven't ever played one of these mythic orange guys. Would be nice. Have I? I'm trying to remember. I don't think I ever have played one of those Wizards employees. Man, that's the third game in a row with 2 Xander's Lounges in the opening hand. This Brotherhood Zen is going to be good against this deck. I somehow get that feeling. Pardon me. Skadoosh. It's the third game in a row we don't make our 4th land drop. Yay. But I'm not going to big score away my Brotherhood's End now. Or will I? Plenty of artifact removal these days. Could just be a destroy evil. Soul Partition. Nice. That's a top deck. Okay. discard 2. We unfortunately killed both of our Abrades. Yay. Yeah, we lost this one. It's unfortunate, man. Unbelievable. I really thought that was going to go much better. Because now he gets back the Edgar because of the Ratadrabic. It's disgusting. Yeah, let's get me again. Oh, really thought we had him there. Yes, that was frustrating. Alright, on to the next one. We roll with the punches. I really thought we had that guy. Edgar is really difficult to deal with. And it's just not played as much as it used to be because it's old, but it's such a good card. It's like always the bombardment. So weird. Like these one-offs, the shuffler is so screwed. I'm a bit sick of it. Am I the only person who's noticed this? Big red? Nice. Oh, we got the bombardment and the mana. And we can counter something during their turn if they go for anything non-creature with negate and trigger it again. That's beautiful. Now we got Galvanic under there. Pretty interesting. Cool. Oh, there's an Invoke Calamity. Okay, I think it's only 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we can go for the 14. So 6 plus 8. Had to use some finger math there. Opponent. Oh, baby. Let's discard, cut down, and Infernal Grasp. Getting ready for the game ender. Sort of weird Rakdos. Just really put the nail in the coffin. Oh, baby, that feels so good. Triple invoke in your face. Ah, this deck feels so much fun when you do stuff like that. So you see, the bombardment is worth its spot. Just the one of, it comes up more often than you'd think. How are we doing for time? All right, final match. Let's try and end this on a victory. Then I can really be happy about tonight, especially having missed yesterday. I was looking forward to bringing something fun to the channel for tonight, and this is definitely up there. It always has been. Like I said, this deck, go look back in the channel's histories. This is the second or third version that we're putting up, kind of updating it every time a new set comes out. The Serpent as the top end is really nice. Pardon me. Ooh. Wow. Ooh. Would have preferred another black source with this many invokes in my hand, but what can you do? There we go. That's a nice little Brotherhood's End. And we got the backup one, so, I mean, yeah. we had that other black source earlier in the game, I could have already invoked Despair that last turn and got him to that announcement. It's really frustrating. Sure. Okay. Blue, red. 1, 2, 3, 4. We don't have enough to do the double. So I think we're just gonna sweep the board here. Hopefully get another land. Yes, baby. That's just magical. Oh, not just lands. Okay, that's nice. We just go for another double Galvanic, I guess. Just need to play one more land and we've got the mana for it. Oh, and we got the double. We've got the double Invoke Calamity next turn as well. That's just beautiful. We've of course doing the opponent's turn. I could have just won with the Bladecoil Serpent, but I really want to end this in style. Oh no, I didn't have enough red. Whoops. I didn't have enough red, but the opponent just scooped it up anyway. Alright, guys. A little misplay there at the end, but there's no point in paying that much attention when you've already won the match. So clearly, jumping back into the deck with my final thoughts. Overall review, I think it's definitely worth your time. If you're into Grixis, if you're into combo control, then this is definitely up your alley. The you know, the current Grixis pile is getting really boring to play. The 4 Fable of the Mirror Breakers, the 4 Corpse Appraisers. You know, this still gets to play Invoke Despair, but it's doing something a little bit different, a little bit more fun, a little bit more spells oriented, in my opinion. You know, of course. But like I said in the introduction, having this new top end, this other thing upon which to spend all of your treasures and all of your accumulated mana in the deep late game with the Arcane Bombardment and the Bladecoil Serpent, really adding this cool new dimension to what was an already cool deck. So I hope you take it for a spin and let me know in the comments down below how your runs go. But that is going to be it for tonight's gameplay footage. I'd like to thank you all so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I will see you all tomorrow with another fresh brew. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab signing out. Peace, y'all.